Hello, LinkedIn. It's your friend Stefan here. I got done with a group coaching session recently, and I thought I would share some of what was brought up because I thought it was super cool. So I got questions about a conference that somebody was going to be attending and how they could maximize their networking opportunities while at this conference. They also brought up business cards. So if you were to go to a conference event and hand out your business card to 100 people, how many people do you think that you will be hearing from in the next week, let's say after the conference? Well, I'm here to tell you it's a few to none, more likely none. The thing is about business cards and handing them out, especially at conferences, they get collected, they get shoved into a pocket. Once the person gets home, they kind of empty their pocket of all their business cards, and typically not into a drawer, but into the garbage can. And so it's not about the business cards that you hand out. It's about the business cards that you collect. When I asked the same person, instead of giving out 100 business cards and hoping to hear from somebody and likely hearing from nobody, what if you collected 100 business cards? And I asked the question, how many of those people do you think that you could follow up with in a week? And the answer is all 100. I said, how many could you? You could follow up with all 100. And why? Because you have their contact information. And so when you're handing out your business card, it's not about handing out your business card because you can't follow up with them. It's about you getting theirs. Another rule I have about business cards is never give one out unasked for. That is, if somebody haven't asked for your business card, don't offer it. It's a guaranteed way to end up in the garbage can. And it just doesn't make you look like the kind of person that you want to look like. Instead, wait for somebody to ask for your business card. And then, because they've asked for it, of course, you're at the ready to give it to them. Now let's talk about business cards themselves. So my business card, it's very thick. When I hand it to somebody, the very second that they touch it, every single time I get a reaction. And the minute I hand this card to somebody, they feel the heft, they feel how solid it is. And this is telling a story. Number one, this is saying, wow, this is unlike everybody else's business card. So I'm standing out, moment one. Number two, there was money put into this. These are expensive cards. This is a Lux card. I think that's actually what the name of this style of card is Lux. And so I'm saying, hey, I'm a premium service provider, right? And so my collateral follows that same message or is on brand to that. I actually think just putting your name in a really nice font, just if it was me, Stefan Lubinsky, in a beautiful font, that's all it says. On the back, it's all blank, except at I know you can't see it. It's all blank except at the very bottom. It has my phone number and it has my email address. Why is the rest of it blank and why is this not glossy? So that I can write on it. So one of the things that I can do when somebody asks for my card is I can make this even more special for them. For example, if I didn't have my cell phone and maybe I had my office line here, I might say, let me give you my cell phone and write it. Doesn't that make them feel special? Let me give you my cell phone and write it down and give it to them because that's not public. It's not on the card. It's not for everybody. I'm making it special for you. You might want to write down where you met. Sure, let me give you my card. We met at this conference. If you are in a business where it makes sense, where you are still asked for, and I haven't given out a lot of these lately, where if you are still asked for a physical business card, then get one that stands out. Now, this one happens to be from Moo. That's who I used. There are other companies. You can look them up, but a thick card that leaves an impression, right? That makes and leaves an impression. That's important. And what else? We're not handing out our card unless somebody's asked for them. And what else? Our goal is not how many cards we handed out at a conference. It is how many cards we collected. And why? Because meeting somebody without the ability to follow up was useless. Who cares if we met them? But if we have their card, if we have their contact info, we have the ability to follow up. And follow up means we can do what? We can start a conversation that will lead to a relationship. And hopefully that's a relationship of value and of trust. And that leads to calm, right? That's how it gets done. The other nugget that I gave for the conference is this. You have to have a game plan for your messaging. When you are going to a conference and there are hundreds of people, you have got to have that elevator pitch down. I recommend Donald Miller's Story Brand one-liner formula. Go Google it. Donald Miller's Story Brand one-liner formula. Create your own one-liner. Follow the Story Brand formula for a better elevator pitch. Go and do that. I'm not going to go into that. That'd be a whole separate video. Go figure that out by Donald Miller himself instead of from me. But have that at the ready. Craft it and memorize it so that when you are there, you are delivering the right message. You're collecting cards from people when you're in one of those little circles. Don't introduce yourself first. Ask people their name and what they're doing. Let them ask yours and what you do or what you're doing. Right? So it's all about them. It's never about you. It's all about them. It's all about them. That's why you're asking for their card. That's why you're asking how they're enjoying the event. That's why you're asking why they're here or more about their business. You are curious about them. They in turn will be curious about you, and they will remember you for being interested in them and not one of those people that is talking about themselves. So you do that, you deliver that one-liner, and only if they ask for your card, you deliver one that leaves an impression. But you are on a mission to collect as many cards as possible, because for every card you collect is a guarantee that you can follow up and you can start a conversation that will lead to conversions. I hope this was some good stuff. Hey, I will invite you to my next group coaching because anybody can come to it. I hope you found this valuable. If you did, crush that like button, hit the share button, let more people know about the knowledge I'm dropping. Have a great day. Talk to you later.